There was a report today that Tesla's China orders were cut in half in the month of May. Should you be concerned? Should you sell your Tesla shares, or is this just a bunch of FUD? In this video, we'll answer these questions. Welcome to my channel, The Paperbag Investor, where I'm always looking to find the next multi-bagger investment. Huge opportunities that I can have a high degree of conviction in. That's what my channel is all about. I'm trying to find these multi-baggers for your portfolio. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor, but I have been investing since about 2008 with a 30% compound annual growth rate over that time. But today we're looking at Tesla and a report from a website called The Information that was put out that said Tesla's sales numbers dropped in half for the month of May over the month of April. The question is this FUD or is this a serious concern? My answer is this. I don't know with 100% certainty on these Chinese numbers or what they mean, but I can think probabilistically and determine what I think is the likely outcome. Is this FUD really, or is this something really concerning long-term for the company? And what do I think the likely outcome is? I think it's just FUD. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. And I'm going to give you 7 reasons why I think this is more likely FUD than actually something concerning long-term. Reason number 1 is history. I've seen many examples of FUD like this in the past that turned out to be wrong. These are just a few examples I'm showing on the screen. There are many more examples out there of Tesla FUD, not just about delivery numbers, but all kinds of other things about Tesla that's been delivered as FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, that's been proven to be wrong. Number 2 is that journalists are incentivized to get attention. Journalists are incentivized to get clicks, and negative articles, just by their nature, get more attention and more clicks. Reason number 3 why I think this Tesla report on China is just a bunch of FUD is that Tesla's management has clearly said demand is not a problem. They stated this clearly in their most recent earnings call, and this was something actually discussed as far back as 2019, that there really is no demand problem for the product. And my point as well is if you talk to anyone that owns a Tesla, they are passionate about them and actually passionately sell others on the product and the vehicle. So I think that highly unlikely there's suddenly a demand problem in China of all places. Reason number 4 is that China is very motivated to transition to electric vehicles. They have some of the worst pollution and air quality problems in the world, so transitioning to electric vehicles for them really is an obvious and clearly necessary thing to do, which means it's extremely unlikely to me that demand for Teslas suddenly and magically dropped in half and that the Chinese public no longer wants Teslas. Reason number 5 why I think this report is a bunch of FUD is that the report by The Information, the website that released it, may not even be true. See, it was a report leaked by one anonymous source. So to me, there's a decent chance even the numbers themselves that we're talking about from the report may not even be accurate, could be complete bogus. If you're getting a value out of this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this in the future that can help you find the next multi-bagger investment for your portfolio. Reason number 6 why I think this report is a bunch of FUD is that American brands are popular in China. This is at least my own experience. All indications would say Tesla is a very popular brand in China, consumer brand, and is growing rapidly there. I'm not an expert on China by any means, but growing up, my family had a number of Chinese English second language students that lived with us while they studied in Canada. So I had a lot of experience with Chinese people living with them directly. And also I've been on a couple month-long trips to China where I visited various different cities. So and I must admit this is a very anecdotal experience I'm talking about, but my experience is that American brands are very popular in China, especially with younger Chinese people. So my thought all along has been that Tesla will be a huge hit in China. So again, this is just one more anecdotal piece that says to me it's probably much more likely there's something else going on with these delivery numbers or these demand numbers and not a fundamental demand issue in China. Reason number 7 why I think this report is a bunch of FUD is that it was also released that CATL is building a giant battery factory in Shanghai. This plant is planned to have 80 gigawatt hours of production capacity, enough to do about 800,000 Model S cars per year. And this plant is on top of their current battery production that they already have. So I really don't think you would be building a new giant battery plant if demand for EVs in China was falling. So in conclusion, I think it's very likely or very probable that this report by The Information is just a bunch of FUD. For me, it really, when you look at kind of the evidence that's there, this report, it doesn't represent anything meaningful behind the company. There's likely no demand issues for the products or anything long-term issues with the company, with Tesla. And you might be wondering, what kind of negative news around Tesla would I consider actually concerning and not just FUD? Someone asked me that on Twitter today, and that's a great question. And I'm going to save it for another video, so you can stay tuned for that. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you thought of the news today. And make sure to subscribe to this channel to find the next multi-bagger investment for your portfolio. And hit the like button while you're at it. Really appreciate it. And remember, most of all, it's in the bag. Cheers.